you attended this school, you've been responsible for one prank after another.
Some of those must have been really hard to pull off.
Like that tiger?
Oh, that tiger was crazy.
Ah! I told you I would get you one day. I'm going to have you two placed in separate classes. We're going to annihilate your friendship.
George, do something.
Put the pin down, Mr. Krupp, or we'll hypnotize you.
Start me.
What's happening?
I don't know. When I snap my fingers, you will obey our every command. You are now the amazing Captain Underpants!
Tra-la-la!
I honestly didn't think that would happen.
How you doing, Jake?
I'm pretty good. How are you?
I'm doing
It's
fine.
been a while.
It's been a long while. I haven't done a video in
Forever. March?
So yes. So what movie did we decide to go see today? To get back.
The Captain Underpants movie.
Yes, Captain Underpants. The long-awaited film that we've been waiting for a really long time to see.
I've been waiting for this movie for about 16 years, 17 years. Yeah, I've been waiting for this movie for a while.
And not only that, this marks the 20th anniversary of Captain Underpants.
20 years of Captain Underpants.
Yeah.
And boy, has he changed the world.
I mean, it changed books in general and life.
Just changed
And-
literature.
Yeah, I mean,
the world would not be the same place
no.
without him.
I mean, education is just at an all-time high now that we have Captain Underpants.
Because of CU Underpants. Captain Underpants.
Yeah, yep.
Indeed.
I don't see animated films often. I usually
Yeah.
wait for the VHS.
Sure. And this one was packed with kids. They've seen all kinds of crazy, wacky animated films, but I don't know how many of them know Captain Underpants. Maybe some of them, but
Yeah, I bet some of them. I don't know. Well, he's still making books, so they must still sell.
yeah.
But I feel like the golden age of Captain Underpants was 2000,
Yeah.
2001.
Yeah, it's more catered just to our generation growing up. If you
Yeah.
didn't grow up on the books, if you didn't grow up with all the merch and that whole culture with Captain Underpants, you might still like this film, I think. It's witty enough, it's flashy enough, and it doesn't, talk down at all to viewers. It knows exactly what kind of humor it's emulating and what kind of story it's telling. It's not ever trying to say, oh, we're just doing this because it's just easy to make these kinds of cheap jokes. And it's actually pretty well written.
It's
through and through.
pretty well written. It's very imaginative, and it just got a bunch of different artistic styles. You get 2D animation in a number of forms. You get Flip-O-Rama, 3D animation, and one other sequence, which I don't want to spoil.
Yeah.
But it
plays
had me
with
laughing.
so many different styles and has fun a lot. So we have Ed Helms as Mr. Krupp, the principal, and also doing the voice for Captain Underpants.
Yep.
Does that tra-la-la
Oh my god, the tra-la-la was amazing.
incredibly well.
Yeah. He sounded like... When he's Mr. Krupp, his voice sounds different than when he's Captain Underpants.
Yeah.
He definitely puts on the superhero voice.
Yeah.
And I really liked it. I thought he was a good choice.
Absolutely.
And then we got Kevin Hart as... Is that George or Harold?
As George, yeah.
George. I didn't know how that was going to turn out, and it didn't seem like it was right when I saw the trailers, but I thought it was fine.
Yeah, I'm always a little weary when you have actors playing older actors playing really young kids. First example that comes to mind is a live action film with Roberto Benigni playing Pinocchio. I imagine him just going into a studio exec's office saying, "Hey, I want to make this film Pinocchio.
I want to make a Pinocchio, and then I'll make a pizza."
Yeah. And the studio exec says, "Okay, sure. And I'm going to play Pinocchio." Roberto, you're 50 years old. And he's like, "I know, it's going to be great." All right, this track. Yeah, I hope it does well. It's just really weird and kind of gross, but
creepy.
Some people can pull it off. You got like your Pee Wee Hermans, your Ernest P. Worrells, where it's like a childlike innocence within a grown man or a grown woman, and that works too. So it worked here.
Yeah.
Well, with
I thought so.
yeah, overall.
And then
I don't know the other actor who played Harold.
No, I never heard of him.
Yeah.
He was good though.
Yeah. And then Nick Kroll.
Nick Kroll as Professor
Probably the highlight.
Pants. I'm so glad they gave him that German accent.
Yeah.
It was perfect.
Think Dr. Strangelove, but just like his pitch just times 10.
Yeah, I'm really glad they picked Professor Poopy Pants because
Arguably the best villain for most people.
I mean, let's be honest here. Batman, he's got great villains, right?
Sure.
Spider-Man, he's got great villains. These guys ain't got nothing on Captain Underpants' Rogue Gallery.
Yeah.
I mean, you got Dr. Diaper, you got Turbo Toilets, you got Professor Poopy Pants, you got the Lunch Lady Aliens,
The Booger Boy.
you got Booger Boy, you got the Wicked Wedgie Woman. I mean, there's just so many classics to pick from. And I definitely think Professor Poopy Pants was the correct choice for the first Captain Underpants movie.
And what this carefully does too is just blend a lot of that specific book with Professor Poopy Pants, but also elements, sequences, little jokes, side gags from all the other books. It is kind of the ultimate Captain Underpants. I don't even say fan service because Dave Pilkey had so much creative reign on this as it was. Just a perfect Captain Underpants story.
Yeah, you're gonna see everything from the books. You're gonna see Flip-O-Rama. You're gonna see the comics. You're gonna see them changing the signs outside the school. You're gonna see tons of pranks, which are right out of the books.
Yeah, of course.
So it was just. I mean, they didn't leave anything out. The movie. What do you think about the animation?
The animation was pretty stellar. Like, it wasn't trying to be. Again, I like that more animated films are trying to deviate from that more realistic look. Like, they almost want to go for a crazy live action kind of look. They want to, especially with like Peanuts and a few other films like these past few years, they want to really match the quality of what we were used to in the past. This one, it looks so much like the classic artwork of the books.
Yeah, it really does. It's the artwork
from the eyes to just all their body shapes and how they all kind of just.
And they even add little things, like when the characters yell, you'll see like little lines out of their mouth, or when they move fast, you'll see like little zip lines. You see ha-has in the air. Which is
it's just like a comic book as well, you know?
Yeah, it was great.
And this, as you mentioned earlier, I mean, this all spawned from Dave Pilkey's life as an elementary school kid with ADHD. You know, he just wanted to have fun, pull pranks, make comics. He loved art, loved writing, he loved telling stories. Transfuse that into childhood pop culture and then as an author.
Indeed. Maybe we'll get into a little spoiler territory.
Okay.
You want to talk about it?
Sure.
I thought it could have used maybe a little more Captain Underpants in the end a little bit.
Sure.
But I like having George and Harold, they are the main characters.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's easy for them to get overshadowed by Captain Underpants.
Yeah.
Because even in the books, I mean, it's really like the first half of the books is just George Harold, and you have the villains doing their plan, and then they call upon Captain Underpants towards the end.
Yeah.
And he'll come in and save the day. So I liked having George and Harold be the protagonists, and with Captain Underpants, they save the day.
Yeah.
But George and Harold, they're the ones who go through the transformation.
You understand that Captain Underpants is their character in this realm. And so they deserve all the spotlight as much as possible. And that, I mean, I don't know if I would consider that a complaint. I think that was fine how it was handled, but
not much to complain about.
Not
the movie
really.
is like really short. It's like an hour and a half.
Yeah, it's solid entertainment.
The jokes are like funny.
Yeah.
And I feel like definitely adults are going to get something out of this.
The adults who were in this audience, even the parents were actually laughing and kind of enjoying it. They, you know, again, the movie pokes fun at how simple a lot of these jokes are. You know, just if you go straight for toilet humor,
they even say in the movie at one point, toilet humor is the lowest form of comedy.
Yeah.
It's saddening. Poo jokes are not funny. You know, talking about the things you shit in a toilet, talking about pee or boogers or butts, unless it is used in a very creative way, it's not funny. It's stupid. It's just downright stupid.
Hiya, class. I'm your cool new teacher, not some scary guy with a secret evil agenda.
Guys, I totally got this.
Yeah, totally, he's got it.
Kevin Hart, Ed Helms, Thomas Middleditch, Nick Kroll.
When it's cut all together like that, you really get a sense of the scope.
DreamWorks, Captain Underpants.
It was a good time.
I got nothing else to say. This was a short review.
This was a fun movie.
If you got kids, Sure, take him to go see this.
Hey man, double feature this movie with Wonder Woman. Because you got two superheroes.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect mesh.
Yeah.
They did it. They made a Captain Underpants movie.
Yeah.
I can't believe after all this time.
It's unbelievable.
And do you think you wanted it to be live action? You wanted to see an old fat guy run around in his underwear on screen, and you wanted little kids to go see it. You freak.